Rhea Story, um, 73. The revolution turned lucrative quite early, from the second or third day, meeting Michael Myers from Newsweek, and then an interesting paradox. James Wilde from Time, a real gentleman who was perhaps 70 years old, with great experience, a wise man, very intelligent, and with a gift of knowing the future. At least in the case of this land, he uh, has foreseen almost exactly how things will progress, or better said, the way downward from a peak experience, as they call it in psychology, from the exhilaration of having won a revolution. Very soon we experienced the law. The new regime turned out to be made up of uh, communists, secret agents, and many got rich. They stole, embezzled, bankrupted much of the economy in the process. With James Wilde, we met with Maria Munteanu, leader of the Students' Union, with Kotavica and some other singers, to see how singers feel about the new brave new world. Gaitza was there as well. I don't know in what quality, what capacity, but he was there at one point. And James Wilde left after a few days. That was the situation with most of the new media outlets, newspapers and other. Except for very few, they had a passing interest in Romania. Well, the revolution was interesting, worth covering, news, first live television. Then the miners, then other things with the University Square protests and so on. An agitated period, but they did not have a permanent correspondent in Bucharest. Most of them did. So I would work with Time, Helsinki Sanomat, then Radio Sweden. And a few other brief, what you call freelance, part-time jobs in between. Time has sent another correspondent, a peculiar, strange man for us here in a conservative, old-fashioned society. He seemed to be, I think he was gay. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, on the contrary, what distinguished him was very delicate, good manners. He was very neat, well dressed, clean, pedantic perhaps, all in all, it's a positive image. It's not a criticism, on the contrary, it's laudatory. Still, what I need to say is that he was strange. Here we used to believe in a macho culture. A man has to be at the limit, at the extreme. Growth has to speak. Even now, I'm happy to say I moved a long way. Perhaps this guy helped. Uh, and as I said, I liked him. I'm not in the same sexual minority, but and I felt him strange, but still it was a pleasant strangers, if you will. And maybe he influenced me in being um, even today and for a long time unfavorable to the people who keep saying fuck my penis, I insert my penis, my back pull. Even today at the sauna or the pool, when I hear these guys, I avoid them. But this brutish manner is quite seldom the customs, fashionable, trendy. You're a man. You're not a man if you don't say fuck every 20 seconds or so. Well, this was the opposite. As I said, somewhat womanish maybe, but way superior to the barbarians who feel that fart, fuck, cunt, you name it. I fuck all the time, and I see, alas, and I hear too many of them. Actually, come to think of it, it's a weird thing that women, girls, and what am I saying, even old women at the pool, have started saying fuck and penis. Girls saying my penis, which is, I mean, again, it's showing off, and there's an explanation to that, psychological and otherwise, but I still don't. Okay, the end of this.